me when we're recording.
We're recording now.
All right. So
Hold up. Hold up. I gotta talk to all the viewers. Chill out. Welcome back to another episode of the Jay Youngblood Experience. Today I'm with my brother Brad Ferguson. What we want to get started with today is we had Sean on the podcast, I believe, 2 weeks ago. He spoke about a fight. About 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And Sean was talking about a fight that happened between Brad and himself. And Brad says there's some inconsistencies in that story. But first, Brad, go ahead and tell the people who you are, what you do, how you do it.
I'm him. You know what I'm saying?
That's all you got, Brad?
That's it. No, I'm Brad, Jay's brother. Been riding with Jay. Jay been riding with me since he was about 7, 8 years old. My best friend. Been my best friend for a long time. Our best friend with his brother, his older brother, Daryl, the oldest one. We're his best friends for a good long while. That started about 13 years old for me and him. Probably 14, 15 for me and him. And still today, we don't talk hardly much at all. But that is forever my best friend. But he be I don't know, he be at work or whatever. But Jay wasn't. During the summer, Jay was at home. He ain't had to have school, nothing like that. So I go to Jay, go pick old little young Pablo up and take him to the job, let him ride with me. You know what I'm saying? But that's how Jay became the best friend. And then, at older teenage years and stuff, Jay was always an old soul. So me being a young soul, immature, stupid, all that cool stuff, having an old soul that was around 16, 15, stuff like that, when I was trying to get all my stuff back straight and figure some things out and all that stuff, it was he was the calm level head that I needed in my life, as far as the fit in the place that where I needed somebody just to have around, have somebody talk to, whatever it is, have somebody laugh with, whatever. He was the fit for it. Jay's the type that he could sit in any room with anybody, and whether it be a little bit of sports or some smart stuff, he's gonna fit in. He's gonna be able to not look like the stupid person at the table, and so that put him, as far as the I don't know, the not intelligence, because I would never speak on intelligence about me and Jay. That boy's smart. That boy too smart to mention me with it, but yeah, the maturity, I guess, to still be able to have fun, stuff like that, which at the time I needed. Cut up, talk junk, but still not be hanging out with a little kid, because Jay ain't been a little kid since. I think when Jay turned 3 is when he turned 17. I think yeah.
Probably
I think Jay.
so.
No, I think it was 14. You turned 14 on your third birthday. But
14.
I had to look back at the cake. I don't remember. But anyway, I married Jake's sister, Emily Youngblood. The second best Youngblood female is Ansley, then Emily, and then the list goes from there. Jake is probably a good third on the female list.
So.
But yeah,
So.
yeah, that's me. So what else about me? Is that mine of your relationship? I guess that probably don't describe me, but
Yeah, no. Big one. So growing up, obviously I had Brad. I got into high school, and then me and my boy Lo, after my grandma died, we got or my actually right after that, um, we started becoming friends, and that's when the big ones was created.
Yeah.
Brad
Yeah.
finally met Logan, and it just went from there.
Mhm.
Now we got a Big Ones podcast coming soon, by the way. Big Three.
Boy, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Big Three coming soon. But now we're
I
gonna jump on
should.
this topic. Sean said he
Mhm.
whooped your ass. That's what I heard. Basically.
It really
Sean said he
sounded.
whooped your ass.
It sounded that way almost. No, it I've listened to both times that he's told the story. I'm telling you, he told it on the first one. This is something that happened. Let's see how old. This is something that happened 15 years ago. Um, so to say that we both remember it the way it happened, um, exactly, would just be ignorant to say. But we know the way we've told the stories about it since it happened. You know what I mean? You might not remember everything about the
Yeah.
event, but you remember how you told it last time, right? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, and perception for sure. You always think
mhm,
somebody always thinks they fucking won.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, no, because the reason he came and fought me was because, like you said, I beat his brother-in-law or his ex-brother-in-law, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I did it in front of his wife, or Sean's ex-wife, when she was still just a little sister of Buddy. But so it's a funny
Wait,
story,
wait,
man.
wait. Okay, keep going. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. So yeah. So Sean married Jason's little sister. And which it's crazy, bro. All right, so Jason is married to Emily Manning. Jason Manning is Emily Manning. Her last name used to be Emily Thomas, right? That used to be her name. All right.
Yeah.
So why there's any significance to that is because Sean, Jason, and JT, Josh Thomas. You just heard about him the other night when he said we click up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember or ever met him. I know you have because he used to come to the fight nights always. Good looking, clean cut guy. He went off to the Marines or whatever. But when they bought the scooters, him and Newsom, and came out there, he was one on the scooter. But I don't know if you was out there that night. But when I say
I
scooter,
don't
the
know. I
big
was at
Colt.
I met a lot of folks through you.
Mhm.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I met a lot of folks.
Logan
So
knows a
it's
lot
possible.
of people.
I
Daryl
probably
knows a
know.
lot of people, and I've met a few people throughout my life. So, um, from the age of 21 or 21 till like what 28 is when we had little Brad. Yeah, we didn't sit home. If there was an event during the week, we was there. And then Friday, Saturday night, we was out. And then if they had fight nights, we was either depending on the fight nights. If it was ones that we could be active in, we were going to fight. And then outside of that, we'd be at the UFC fights, or not be at the UFC fights. Have the whole everybody get together and come over to either Brian's house, my brother Brian, or my house and watch the fights. But normally Brian's
Yeah.
house. Well, we'd be 50 deep out there trying to squeeze everybody into the living room during the fight, during the main events. But outside that, be out on the front porch or out there doing the turkey shoots and stuff. Um, Having a good time, man. So yeah, it was all about having a good time. And when you're having a good time in big groups, you meet more people.
Oh, for
You know.
sure.
And like Sean said that night, he said he don't care if you're the garbage man or the whatever. He treats everybody exactly the same, and I think that's probably why we've had the chance to meet the amount of people we have and know the amount of people we have is because, boy, I don't care. Everybody's got a pair of jeans in their closet or their drawer with some holes in it. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
either work them holes in it, they either pay $300 to get them holes in it, or you know what I'm saying? They've had them so dang long that they wash the holes in them. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so you treat everybody like they got a pair of holy jeans. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. And like, until
Amen.
they give you a reason, to not do that no more, and then treat them that way.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, Sean,
you was talking about
Sean,
how long?
Sean,
Yeah, no,
Sean,
you
Sean,
talking about
Sean.
how
Yeah.
long you were talking talking about Sean.
All right. So then we talking about the fan. Okay. So the reason he came out there is because he was training at the Animal House in Deering. I seen Newsom. All right. I fought Chris Newsom twice. I fought Chris Newsom on a Friday night and a Saturday night. This is fights. This is the seniors and the baseball players, the jocks at Harlem, picking on a freshman, because they they all want the new girls, the freshman girls to come in, the attractive freshman girls. Well, that little dude Ryan, man, awesome dude. He was an awesome dude. He passed away. Um, uh, him and her, actually, the girl that the other guys was trying to mess with or whatever. But they kept messing with
Yeah,
this dude, man. And I'm circling around. Anyways, kept messing with him, and I said, I went up to the senior table, the jock table, baseball players, and I was like, hey, next one of y'all, next one of y'all mess with Ryan, I'm gonna beat all y'all's ass. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
it wasn't because me and Ryan was like this or nothing like that. It was literally the way I learned to fight as a young kid, was taking up for the bullied, the fat
yeah,
kid that everybody made fun of, or the stanky kid or whatever. And to be my friend and not see me in those times, it would be hard to believe that that's the case, because I am a bully, but I'm a bully to my friends. You know what I'm saying? The people closest to
yeah,
me. And when I say I'm a bully, I love to talk shit. I love to talk crap. You know what I'm saying? I love it. There's nothing more fun than just to crack on each other when you're coming through, get cracked on, and get hit with the good ones that you ain't got to come back for. All you can
yeah,
do is just agree. You know, uh, to me that's as fun as really stinging something off. But anyway, learned to fight by fighting bullies, and he was being bullied. So I went to the senior table. Hey, boom, this is what's gonna happen if it happens anymore. So Chris Newsom, like Mike Tyson, got a very specific voice. Um, Unique voice, and it sounds similar to Mike Tyson, in a way, which is crazy because like Mike Tyson, he's chest to back like this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold it up. So no, I can't even show you. But yeah. So in high school, when I was 125 pounds, his chest was 125 pounds. He was benching 300.
Jesus,
You know what I'm saying? He's
golly,
benching 300. He's 5 foot. He's 5 foot. If I'm 5'9", he's 5'8", 5'8.5", at the time. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, he was bench pressing more than like two of me. You know what I mean? Um,
yeah,
but I hear later on that day, I'll fight you. I'm like, I know that. So I turn my head, and he is talking to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I look for. He talking to me. I know he ain't talking about me. And see, me and Chris, I was gonna beat Chris up in second grade, right?
yeah,
he was over at what's his name's house, Ryan, and he just told my girlfriend, and I was gonna beat him up, and I told him I was gonna shoot him and everything, because I was going to get,
God
I told him I was gonna get my dad a gun and shoot him. It was my first girlfriend I ever had, and he stole it from me, and I
damn,
didn't know who he was, so I'm being ready to, what I'm saying, bust off some, so at least some bird shot at him, and for a long time, but anyway, so he said that, and then buddy Alf is like, "Hey man, you don't want to do that because they've seen him play football. I mean, he's a man, boy. I'm talking about
a
he was
tank,
a
yeah,
white boy running back. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He was a man. He was I don't know if he played shortstop or what, but I know he was a man. You know what I'm saying? He had the college opportunities,
yeah,
all that good stuff. Big time. Got hurt, but anyway, so I fought him on Friday. Um, Al's telling me, you know what I'm saying? Al's pretty influential guy in school, very popular. He come to me, but he's my brother's age, but he was one of the two really, him and Charlie was still there, you know what I'm saying, when I came in there, that was my brother's age or the year above. And
yeah,
and he's like, hey bro, you don't want to do this. And I'm sitting here like, hey bro, y'all don't understand. I don't mess with y'all out here in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? I ain't from Harlem. I'm from
Yeah.
Augusta. And what we talk about doing, I used to do every other day. You know what I'm saying? At recess and PE and stuff like that because it was different out there. And I still do it literally every weekend. Like I'm on my weekends, I'm punching people in their face in, you know what I'm saying, either their front yard or their friend's front yard or the parking lot
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying, whatever, or something popping off and we gonna wherever do whatever. But they didn't know that this little 125-pound guy might not only stand a chance against this gorilla of a dude, um, but he might actually win. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
in my head, I knew I was gonna win. But so anyways, went out there and we went to fighting and I was touching him up, bah, 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 bah. So he grabbed me and he would hold on to me. And then it ain't no fight. Fights broke up. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't punching no ground and pound, nothing like that. He was just holding on. And so they break it up and we go back at it. Bah, 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 bah. And that went on. That went on for a little while. I was just stinging him up. This was 120 pounds. This is before I had ever started really punching. Like punching,
Yeah.
I was gonna touch you. You know what I'm saying? I'm punching. You ain't hurt. You ain't want to get hit by, but I wasn't gonna put you out. I wasn't gonna finish the fight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everybody ever fought, they had to quit or it went to a point where we couldn't move, out of breath, all that good stuff. But you knew who won the fight anyway.
Yeah.
So that happened, but for some reason the whole school showed up. Like the whole school showed up. Like everybody saw Chris get beat up by Brad on that Friday afternoon. And so I call this girl anyway, I call this girl up and it's his girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, after the fight. And salting the wound or whatever. And or Dustin called her. Anyways, I ain't even mess with her. I ain't ever talked to the girl. So I ain't have her number. So it's probably Dustin that called her. But I get on the phone and I'm like, oh no, Brad beat me up in front of the whole school with someone bad was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness, he's a widow, but he beat me up and someone bad was saying. So I don't know if that got back to him, but it got back to me. You know what I'm saying? It got back
Yeah.
to me because he called me up. He was like, I want a rematch. And I'm sitting here like, bro, that's the easiest fight ever. I punch you a bunch of times. We go down, you hold on to me. They break it up. And, well, they had a new game plan. They had a game plan of he wasn't going to hold on no more. We were still going to go down, but it was going to advance as much as it could, right? So we go out there, and I just got my brother, or I got Brian, and I got Justin, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's probably it. And he's got some people out there, but it's very, very quiet, very secluded. We go down on a dirt road. I don't nobody know where we at. We beside some railroad tracks. He tried to sneak me, but see some headlights coming. I was by myself at this point. I might have had like nut with me or something. You know what I'm saying? I might have like little peanut with me.
Yeah.
But because I wouldn't have been by myself there. But anyway, but yeah, headlight boom. It's Brian. It's Brian and Justin. They pulling up. So as I'm looking at them walking down, getting down to the area we about to fight, I hear do 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 right, and footsteps really fast. I look over here because he charging me. He's trying to sneak me. That's a good buddy of mine, but he was being very very strategic in his that's what Brad's asked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, but when I get out of the way, he don't get to land. So, so the first time we fought the day before, Buddy picked me up. Right, when one time he grabbed me, he picked me up and went over his shoulder and was just gonna just drive me into the ground. Right, just throw me bow or whatever. Well, when we went up. I was chest to chest, went up, and he went like this. When I went in the air, I had turned, and I don't know how it happened, but I went up. So I should keep going this way. But I went up and turned and grabbed his shoulders while I'm upside down in the air. Right, my feet are
What the
that way.
hell?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
feet are that way. Yeah, so I'm like this. I grab his shoulders, and I'm going down, but my feet are going. My feet are pointing up, but I'm going down. Grab his shoulders and I said, boom, you know what I'm saying? So I basically like backwards power drived him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the second night, he does the same thing, dude. He does the same thing. Brad does the same thing. Dude, got his shoulder, slip, my hand slipped. Boy, I went to the ground. This was early on in the fight. Went to the
Yeah.
ground. Gorilla Man grabbed me. He gets on top of me, full mount. This is before we knew anything about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu outside of Royce. No, it was Royce that time. Royce beating old buddy and then ripping his ponytail out and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So we ain't never one of us had ground game, but when neither one of you had ground game, the 300-pound bench presser fares better than the 120 or 125-pound, you know what I'm saying, hold down and beat me guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
so what he did is he held me down. He got on top and he headbutted me. Boom. I headbutted him right in the face. He was here. He pulled my arm, boom, put him right here. And like I said, he was sitting on my, basically riding me, you know what I'm saying? Regular cowgirl. And you know what I'm saying? Full mouth, right? So he's holding my arms right here and he go, bow. Well, I know I'm there for a second. I'm working my hips. I'm trying to get up, but I don't know any moves to get out of there outside of overpower somebody that's, you know what I'm saying? He's pretty, he's probably 180. He was Matt Hughes, you know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
just he was literally Matt Hughes. So anyways, I'm not getting him off of me. Right. So he had bumped me a couple times, boom, boom. And they're like, y'all get up, y'all get up. And he goes, he goes like he was waiting on him, boy. Like he had extra breath that he had held from the day before, prepared to say, no, you know what I'm saying? No, if we get up, then the fight's over. You know what I'm saying? Like at no point at the end of his breath, he was still gonna have enough breath to say that. But yeah, so he was well prepared to let everybody know, you know what I'm saying, even we're trying to sneak me, that if we stood up, the fight was
You
over,
got it. You
right?
got his ass.
So
Yeah.
absolutely. So and I understand. Just like in the UFC, everything goes. So if you're moving forward, if you're still hitting and stuff like that, um they can't break you up because why is it fair to get the ground guy to stand up in front of the boxer? You know what I'm saying? Because it's more fun to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but one thing I ain't and won't ever be is a punk, right? And a punk is just somebody that gets punked out, right? Um, and you can get punked out mid fight. You can get punked out at the end of the fight, after the fight, whatever. But I just could not go home to my dad. And I was telling Sean this the other week after listening to his other one or whatnot. Um, we was talking about, just war stories and how we became the specific persons that we are in certain things like that with the fighting. But I know mine wasn't about losing a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, you hear them say, "Oh, if I lost that fight, my dad was gonna make me fight him again and all that stuff." No, dude, my dad had no want for me to get beat up. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
had no want for me to get beat up trying to win, or even get the win. You know what I'm saying? My dad just, my understanding of it, the way I always thought of it was my dad just didn't want me to be a punk. He didn't want me to be bullied, and he wanted me to take up for who I can. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who he was. You know what I mean? Um, but I could not go home to my dad and saying, "Hey, he was giving me a rough time," and they offered to break us up for us to stand back up and go at it again. Because in my heart, I feel like that's cheating, bro. That's sucker punching, dude. That's no different. It's like taking his arm and tying it behind his back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And allowing me to still do that. You know what I'm saying? So I chose to fight a guy that was much bigger, stronger than me because I had the ability to beat him. If I'd have stayed up, if I hadn't missed with that one, or if I stayed back from him more, been a little bit more knowledgeable in the fight game, and not just fighting. You know what I'm saying? Swinging hands and being the one that doesn't get hit and does more hitting. I was really good at that, but to know to stay away, because in street fights with younger cats, when they hit the ground, a lot of times if there's enough people around, you know what I'm saying, it's getting broke up because they wanted to go back up. So me being a
Yeah.
small guy, I ended up on my back a lot, a lot. Didi or Daryl, not Didi, Daryl, he's seen me hit my back a lot, you know what I'm saying, in fights in my younger years. That's just, it goes with being 125 to 145 and then 165 later on and then up from there. But when you're fighting men, you know what I'm saying, 200 pounders, you're fighting people that's, you know, I'm 5'9", you're fighting people that's, you know, man, I fought what, baby? Fought 6'6" and 6'4" and a bunch of 6'2" and 6 foots, and you know what I'm saying? Um, um, 100 pounds heavier than me and higher and all that good stuff. But I knew, you know, I'm eventually going to slow down. And when I do, they're eventually going to grab me. And when I do, they're going to stop me from punching me in the face to the best ability. And that's going to be hug me, take me to the ground, try to ground and pound me. So now I got to work, you know, cover, roll, never leave a one spot for them to find to punch. And we'll try to work my way back up and see if there's any gas in the tank for either one of us once I get back up, you know.
Yeah.
Um, Fighting ain't pretty, fighting ain't scripted, you know, it's never going to turn out the way you think it's going to. It might be
Yeah.
better, it might be worse, but will not go the way you plan it.
Yeah.
But
Now, how did the fight continue after you were thrown on your back?
okay. So he says, so I haven't had supper, and I had a weird concoction, bro. It's a hamburger helper and a ramen bowl, as it says. A hamburger helper sandwich with butter. You know, it's got to do that way. And then, you know what I'm saying? Leftover steak. You know what I mean? So but I don't know how the color is looking and whatnot, but that bad, that bad, bad. Yes, sir.
Man, don't hate on
That's
that
good.
girl. Don't hate on that girl. At least she
Oh
got you something to eat, bro.
boy, hey, I ain't never in my life. I don't care. I don't care how happy or unhappy I might have been with a certain situation or a certain time in my life, with her, whatever. I ain't never talked junk about her cooking.
Nah, I'm
her
just saying,
cooking,
bro.
her cooking and her
You were
love.
hating on the hamburger helper.
Oh, it's so delicious. It was just in a ramen bowl, which is, I didn't even know they had ramen
Oh,
bowls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
so
it was just
you're a little upset about the ramen bowl.
that's all it is, bro. Yeah, yeah. What? I'm not. I think intrigued. I guess kind of shocked by it. Take it back. I didn't know they had ramen bowls. But if you
Absolutely,
hold
they
it
do.
upside down, if you read it upside down, yeah, I bet you didn't notice, did you? Of the ramen bowls, if you hold them upside down and read them, all your food will fall out.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured
Oh,
that
okay.
out a while ago. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you knew that one. All right. But anyway, kind of like race car. But anyway, bro, I got a piece of food stuck in my throat. I'm gonna die. So he'd say, if y'all break it up, the fight's over, da da da. So I've been headbutted a few times, and I know I have before this, but I'm not positive. It might have started after they said that. But my brother, well, I get that point. My brother was like, or Justin, all right, you want us to break it up? And I can't be a punk, right? I can't go home. My dad done jumped off a loading bay by himself against the town, like, well, murderer is what he ended up being. But anyways, the town, you know, badass, and two of his buddies, you know what I'm saying, jumped off down in there for a fight that he knew he wasn't beating up three of them. This guy, now my dad was, you know, just to hear the stories from my uncle and da da da. My dad was him and Barry was probably the two baddest, but this other guy was, you know, probably the two baddest too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, so he jumped on him with his two buddies by himself, right? Because of what the dude had done and all that stuff. Would have been smarter to wait till a different time and all that. Yeah, it probably was, but he had to walk off looking like a punk, right?
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
hard to do with the Ferguson blood. But so anyways, I know that story and I know a few other ones. So I know I can't say yes to this story because then I quit. I tapped to blow, right? I submitted to being beat up. It's not going to
Yeah.
happen. Just not going to happen. I got to tell my dad about the fight I was in. I can't. I told him about every other fight I was in. So I got to
Yeah.
tell him about this one too. You know what I'm saying? Even if he didn't never heard about it. Like, that's how I'm going to feel about having a fight and not telling my dad, the man, you know what I'm saying? That I was in a fight. So I knew that I couldn't do that guy wrong because, yes, it's a fight. There ain't no fair fight, all that cool stuff. But there's a morality to it and all that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So like I gotta say, yeah, sorry, bro. Like you're beating me up, so I gotta take your advantage away from you. That is just a natural advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said, nah. I said, nah. This is his world. This is my word. I said, nah. This is his world. I'll be back to mine here soon. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea how I was gonna get there. But anyway, so he headbutts me again. Now I'm telling you, he's sitting here on me, hold me like this. He's this far away from me, right? And he's headbutting me. Bam. Understand the headbutt I'm talking about is his forehead. His forehead going through my mouth, my nose, my cheekbone, my eyebrow bone, my forehead, my in between. He
Yeah.
is making sure he covers he covers the landscape, right? He is not going to leave a spot undone. You know, he is jiffy on the job. He's getting it done, and he's doing it correctly. And so all I can do is, because of my dad wanting to get my ass whooped, you know what I'm saying, my whole life, he would always tell me these different stories with Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali fought. Well, Joe Frazier had I think it was a left hook that was just ferocious. It was just nasty, and it was the tool to beat Muhammad Ali. Well, so when he would punch Muhammad Ali, you know what I'm saying? Who, bam, he hit him.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali would say, "That's all you got. That's all you got." You know what I'm saying? He talked him out of that left hook. He had Frazier knowing that left hook is putting everybody down. He had Frazier thinking, "I got to switch up because this isn't affecting him," right?
Yeah.
So because my dad wanted me to get my butt whooped, he told me that story. So while I'm getting headbutted, I said, "Do it again, do it again. I love that shit. I love it, motherfucker. I love it. Do that shit." And he listening. He listens well, bro. When I tell you that dude, like he was honored. You know what I'm saying, to do what I was telling him to do that night because like he enjoyed it, man. He just did. He did it. He did it so often and so many times. He was just raining down headbutts on me for
Jesus
such a long
Christ.
period of time. Huh?
I said, fucking shit.
Yeah, it was bad. But so bad the next day, my mom about fell out. But I looked at myself in the mirror the next morning and I looked like a puppy dog, which is kind of hard to like, how does that make sense? But everything was swelling out. Like our faces like this, our nose sticks out a little bit, our lips are flat, all that. A dog has its forehead, his eyes, you know what I'm saying? Or less they're round. But they still have a snout that comes out, right? And if they
Yeah.
don't, they have a mouth that wraps halfway around their head. But my face, I had my forehead, which started getting swollen, boom, boom, boom. All this was like coned out like a dog's mouth. You know what I'm saying? From where he had been headbutting me so much, man, it was so bad. Mom came to. I didn't show up at church, and mom and dad came straight to Richard's house. Richard and DJ Dykes. Rest in peace, DJ. Love you, dude.
DJ, yeah.
Um, yeah, man, best dude, literally best dude in the world, man. Um, but yeah, so I went back there. I actually went to a party at Jessica Schultz's house that night after the fight. Opened up that door, and Charles was. He said, "Ooh, goddamn," you know what I'm saying? But the first thing he said, I said, "Yeah, I know. Let's party." So anyway, Mama opened the door. I opened the door. Mama saw me. Boy, I watched that woman pass out and somehow still stand up. I'm telling you. I don't know. It was weird because she was like, you know what I'm saying, but never once indicated that she was going to pass out or did pass out or nothing. You just seen every piece of her soul and everything leave her body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, anyways, so I said, no, I'm gonna get back up, and I talked about it. Da, da, da. So finally, he knows that this is the rest of our lives. This is where we're going to spend the rest of our lives unless something changes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not getting up. You know what I'm saying? I can't get him up. And I'm not giving up. You know what I'm saying? I had a better chance of getting two of him off of me than having one of me quit. But
Yeah.
anyway, so um let's see. So he postures up, which postures up just literally means gets off of you, except for your hips. Everything else, you come in that and making the gap. You don't want to posture up in jujitsu because somebody, if I could now manipulate you, I can grab your shoulder, push you over, run hips, or just the hips alone. Or there's so much stuff you can do with your center of gravity higher. So you never want to do that. But we ain't know none of that stuff. He did. He was training. No. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's the next part of the story. So anyway, so he leans up. He goes, wow, 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 wow. And I mean, he's just raining them down. Boom, and I'm rocking. Remember, I said I had to learn some stuff. Boom, boom. Every once in a while, he'd find a hole. Boom, and it hit my head. And I've never felt the pain of a punch or kick or anything. My ear bit off, my bottle hit 17 staples. I've never felt anything more than contact in a fight when it comes to pain and stuff like that. Um, so anyway, so when he was doing it, I don't know what it is. I've heard people say, yeah, man, when he hit me, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? Boxing matches, anything. I don't understand if like the adrenaline does something different in me to where I don't know. But
Yeah.
anyway, so he's doing a boom, boom, and every once in a while I can feel boom, just a lot more. Let's call it pressure, right? A lot more drama went on in that situation. Orchestra is a little louder, but anyway, so he does that for a few minutes, and finally he gets up. He gets up off of it, and they grab him, help him get up. Boom, and he takes off. Yo, he's gone. He meant what he said. He meant what he said. When he gets up, the fight's over. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, he's gone. He head to the Jeep. He headed to the Jeep. I'm like, come on, we gonna let's finish this out. We gonna fight. And neither one of us had the energy to do much more fighting. But I was only saying that because I was near a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Like I had something that was holding me up while I could talk crap because there was no stand and walk in. You know what I'm saying? At that moment, finally, boy, I don't know where I went, but I had a piece of meat stuck in my throat. Man, first time, you know what I mean? But anyways, um, damn, $20. But so, what I was talking about? What I was talking
I'm
about?
talking about he was holding up on the Jeep.
Oh yeah, so no, the Jeep part, and I think you
Yeah.
say Jeep. I don't remember you saying Jeep this time, but you heard the story. I know you have before, but yeah, showing up here right to the Jeep, and I say, come on, we're gonna do all this, whatever. But yeah, it was a while, man. It was a while before, I said when we went out that night. It was a while before I could really get my feet up under me. If if he ever wanted to beat Brad standing up, boy, did he miss his opportunity. I'm telling you, if he'd have stayed there and just blew on, you know what I'm saying? Blew on me. If he'd have pushed me, you know what I'm saying? It'd have been, yeah, I'd have fell over. There was nothing I could do at that point. That boy had
Yeah.
whooped my ass. I've never seen anybody get their ass whooped like I got my ass whooped that day. It was so bad. It was so bad that it was recorded. We recorded both fights, but the battery died like 10 seconds into the first fight, right? The second fight, you know what I'm saying? They had News 12, NBC, and all that stuff. They had their cameras and high quality and extra batteries, and you got to see that ass whooping at high def. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah.
but mama, it hurt her to watch that fight and stuff. And dad, I guess it hurt him too. You know what I'm saying? You don't really get to see things like that. What's really going on with the men. But but I imagine having Brad getting his ass would probably didn't set well. Me being a dad now.
Yeah.
If it happened with Brad or something like that, like it would hurt. You know what I mean? But it's kind of hard to say. Like, Leilani. if Leilani got beat by a girl, I think it'd be a little different because Leilani's supposed to win. Brad, we hope. You know what I'm saying? Emmett, we hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I know this. I know when.
Emmett's not losing the fight.
See, that's the thing. I don't know. And
Emmett ain't losing no
Leilani,
fight. Leilani definitely ain't losing no fight.
yeah, I don't feel like shit, but Brad could whoop her ass. But, uh, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if she did, like that would kind of be a little different. It's like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think it's a little different. But anyway, so they he made he made him erase it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, buddy, he made him erase it. I think it was him or my mom. I don't know. But to me, I hated that because I mean, shoot, man, everybody's gonna say I got my butt whooped. You know what I mean? At least with the tape, you can see how I got my butt whooped. Also, the dude won a fight. We're erasing his win. That goes back to the punk thing and all that stuff. So I felt like I didn't like that at all. That bothered me more
Yeah.
than losing the fight. Um, losing the fight didn't bother me. I mean, honestly, it's never to this day bothered me. Um, I mean, everybody wants to say they went their whole life fighting as many times as I did, never lost a fight. Um, but shoot, man, I'll be honest with you, man. Fight against Trey. That's some gun. That was I won that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll take that W. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I won that fight, but that was more of a loss as far as you know what I'm saying, the damage taken in, how hard it was, all that stuff. Then you know what I mean, the other ones that you know what I'm saying? I don't really know how to say it. Yeah, man. That was a hard. I don't know. Getting my ass whooped by both of them was pretty good, but at least I won against Trey when I got my ass whooped. You know what I mean? He got his
Yeah.
ass whooped more. You know. But yeah, some wins feel like a loss. I guess is what I'm saying. Not because the stuff surrounded by it, but just because of you got your ass whooped to get that win. You know. But all right. So now we're back at the gym. Back at the gym. I'm on the job site. I see Newsom. I done had a baby. Might have no way. Okay. Yeah. So I got little Brad. Got little Brad. I've been painting, you know what I'm saying, running family business for a while, all that good stuff. Um, I want to do something, man. I want to get active. Like I ain't been in a front yard or a backyard or a parking lot and punched people in a while. You know what I'm saying? We got Brad now. Like I haven't done this because even when I wasn't fighting her, like going anywhere, like what's his name? Talking about Sean. Like, I took my boxing gloves everywhere and was active as much as I could be with them. If I could find somebody, you know, Ori Lulis or that I've never heard of before or something like that, it's supposed to be a tough guy. And so he'll sign up. He'll say, yeah, I'll box you. You know, anybody like that, like when it was Josh DeVore, he was a big old tall boy, Augusta Boxing Club. Of course, he would box me. You know what I'm saying? He was like Sean when I first fought Sean. He was built the same, taller than me, definitely more meat on his bone, but just long, what you would call a long, lanky guy, but not a bony guy.
Yeah.
Plenty of my swimmer's body. Boxing a swimmer's body with skill. So Josh DeVore, that's what he was when I boxed him, and he was so good and so confident in himself that he told me he was like, "Look, bro," he's like, "You know, I'm gonna put my or you try to punch me. I'm just going to play defense." And I'd already boxed a couple other people, whatever. Um, and I'm like, nah, that's cool, man. We'll just box. And he was, like I said, he's from Augusta Boxing Club and was supposed to be pretty good, I guess. I never heard him. I never been down there, you know what I'm saying, talk to him about him. All I knew was what I was about to find out. So he said, "We'll box. I'm gonna run defense. You just try to hit me, and I'm just gonna stay out of the way and dodge all that stuff." I was like, "No, man, you should try to punch me back." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Nah, man." So we went back and forth on that like a couple of times. I'm like, "Nah, you should do it, dog." So he thought it was cool to say he wasn't going to fight back. I guess he really thought the girls wanted to see him get punched in his shit and not punch back. But but about 10 seconds into this fight, he realizes he cannot get out of the way of these punches. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't stop from getting punched. So his best chance to save face, literally, you know what I'm saying, double entendre, best way to save face is to punch me back. You know what I'm saying? So then he goes, ooh, ooh, you know what I'm saying, to all right, now we boxing, which ended up being the same exact thing as if he had just then played the defense the whole time because he couldn't put his hands on me and he couldn't stop me from putting my hands on him. So that's how that went. But now we made it to the gym. I see Chris on the job site. Chris is training. Chris has been training. He's been training at Ground Zero, which is Strike Force and Grubels and all this stuff. And some of them are breaking up, and some of them are getting together. And at this time, the brothers, who are the brothers? John and which Grubels? John and Mark. So they got Grubels, and it's amazing, man. And some of these guys like Sean had been down there and trained with them, and whatever. But all these guys used to train at the Animal House, which is a powerlifting gym in Deering, right?
Yeah.
Um, which is not very endearing. It's cinder block building. That's it. Plywood on the walls on the inside with some um they click together like daycare flooring, rubber flooring.
Oh
But
shit.
yeah, so you got this beautiful, just raunchy, heavy built gym equipment in the front, right? And you go down past it. When I say raunchy, I'm just talking about used, boy. I'm talking about there's some men in here. It's called the Animal House because it's an animal house, right? I misspoke and said there's a man in there. No, bro, there's some animals in there, and that's really what this place was some men that would really just get after the weightlifting thing. You know what I'm saying? Slap the
Yeah.
shit out of each other before they lift and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it,
Yeah.
let's get it. Pow, pow, slap each other on the chest and stuff. I'm like, we back here sparring, and we ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that. And we trying to hit that hard. But anyway, so you go back to the back and take a right, you got this. He said 10 by 10 room. It's probably 10 by 10 with the heavy bags on it. You know what I'm saying? So this probably a 12 by 12 room or something like that. 14 by 14 at the absolute biggest, but it ain't that big. It ain't.
Yeah.
It ain't. It probably ain't for it. Yeah, it's probably like 10 by 10 before the heavy bag. I mean, after the heavy bags. But and when I say heavy bags, they line the room on the floor when not
Yeah.
being used. But so he told the story a little wrong. Josh Thomas, Jason Manning, why this is important, why this is funny, why this, and then Sean Brooks, why that's funny. So I went in there, never been in there. Um, link up with Chris. I'm like, hey man, I heard you're training. You know what I'm saying? Where are you training? I'm Indian. All right. That sounds cool. How was it cost? I don't really. I mean, you just kind of work out something, whatever. I'm like, cool, that's affordable. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I got these days, all that stuff. I'm like, cool, cool, cool. So I'm gonna come tonight, right? And he's like, yeah, come on, come through, whatever. So I do, and I did. And so you train. It's a fighting gym, though. It's not a mixed martial arts. It's not a jiu-jitsu. It's not a kickboxing. This part of this gym is a fighting gym, which means you get some dudes that's really good naturally, or that's been trained some and all that stuff, or you get some guys that got some heart. But these guys are going in and they're practicing to fight, right? And they're tuning each other up. They're telling them, and they're going off and learning these things from here and here on these 2 nights a week or this one night a week or whatever, and bringing it back collectively with
Yeah.
several of them. And then have some special guests come in sometimes. I mean, it was pretty cool how it worked out. It's kind of like a church at a rehab, who's coming to speak and who's coming to do this. You got some people that's coming in to drop some jewels on the people, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's what they were doing. And it was really nice. And you just really practice those few things from the person for a little while. Um, and then move on to the next thing and then circle back around. But anyway, so the first night, it didn't take long for me to find out that I was at a fight gym and then I would be fighting, and they were gonna pick who I was fighting, you know. So the first person I fought two people that night, which Jason's wife's name is Emily, all right? Emily Manning. Okay. I fought Jason and I fought Josh that night. Emily's or Josh's ex-wife, her name's Emily, right? Emily Manning. I don't know if you ever heard of her. But so Emily Manning, Josh's ex-wife, is Jason's wife, Emily Manning now. And then that's uh Jason's sister is Sean's wife. Yeah, ex-wife now. So anyway, it was like this whole gym, like everybody got married out of it, and then the ones that didn't work out and last, the next one married her. But anyway, so I fought Jason or Josh, I don't know. I had to fight one of them, beat him, busted his nose all up. Who ran out of the gym? I fought one of them. One of them, I busted his nose out good. I think it was Jason. Because Josh was mad. Who? Joe? No. Okay. Jason. Yeah, I busted Jason's nose. Yeah, I busted Jason's nose. That fight ended. He was getting bloody everywhere and all that stuff. Yeah. Then right after they were like, all right, now fight Josh, JT. I love JT, but that boy clean. That boy can box. He used to run from his house in Harlem to the gym in Deering, the railroad tracks. That's how he used to get there and how he used to get home. So he'd go to work, run all the way to the gym, work out just as hard as us, if not harder, and then run home. He was a man.
Golly.
He was my weight, my height, all that good stuff. Basically, everything like me. We look completely different as far as our builds, but we're the same height, same weight, all that good stuff. Box one, same with Jason. Very similar back then. Box one, box the other. Well, that wasn't received well there for whatever reason. It was a new guy. You know, new guys never stay. You know what I'm saying? New guys, they just don't. It's not common to pick up new people. You know what I mean? Not one. You know what I'm saying? If three come down or two come down or one, you know what I'm saying, comes with several people or something, you know, yeah, but so with that being said, they called Sean up and let Sean know what time it was. They said, "Hey, this guy come down." Because I've heard these same things happen when Chris Blockhead Chris you know what I'm talking about. Yes, you do. Yeah. Anyways, so when another guy came from Augusta and whooped up on some heavyweights and stuff like that, I've heard these like, "Hey, they come down here. We gotta, come up here on Wednesday, and we're gonna have to settle this out, type situation." So I learned what that phone call sounded like. They called Sean. "Hey man, this guy came up here," basically like he told the story. You know what I'm saying? He fought, but he don't remember that I fought two different ones that night. He just remembered because of his brother-in-law. But anyways, so he's like, "You need to come up here and teach the guy a lesson or whatever." So he did. He came on there pretty quick. It was the next fight night, or the next available night, which was Wednesday. This was Monday. I fought them two. Came around on a Wednesday. He walked in, story like he said. I'm in there. Here he comes in here. He's a little bit taller than me. He's talking about hit his growth spurt leg, whatever. No, he was taller than me. He was yeah. Yeah, so I'm 5'9" at the time, 5'9.5" maybe. Sean's 6 foot. He's every bit of 6 foot at the time. But so I'm 20. I'm 28. Sean's 24. No. How old is Sean now?
I don't know.
How old did Sean say he was?
I think you said he was 36, right?
Ain't no way Sean's that close to my age.
36. He is. He's probably right under me. But I'm 37.
That's
I think he
crazy.
said 36.
Okay, so he's 36. That's crazy. He's like 2 years younger than me. That don't even sound right. All right, but anyways, so damn. All right. So he's every bit of yeah, 6 something. So he comes in there. He comes in there. He sees me. I see him. It's just the old he see me. Hit it like that, like that. We put our gloves on. We get suited up, booted up. We're ready to go. All right, y'all. We're going to do 3 rounds, whatever they tell us. I said, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? We about to fight. And I think I'm about to have the fight. The first two, not to take anything against any of them, either one of them, but the first night, I got my nickname. Everybody calls me Sweet Feet in the fight game, right? I got it that night. My first night ever walking in there, I got it because I was able to actually do my dances that I used to do in the fights before I worried about running out of energy and losing my shit. But
Yeah.
going further into the rounds and stuff. But anyways, I got my nickname fighting them two boys that night. But and JT's a bad motherfucker. JT's so pretty when he fights, so clean, puts in the work. One of the best fights at fight night. He fought this, I guess, an unknown guy, man. I don't know. I was supposed to fight him on my next one. It had been several between it, but I was supposed to fight him. And I knew this fight because this dude was so fast. You know what I'm saying? That JT fought. I knew that I had to boot scoop and boogie with this guy. We was just gonna have a go with it. And probably luckily I didn't get to fight him because, like I said, some of them wins feel like losses. You know what I mean? That'd probably be one of them. Be worried about dying the whole time. But but anyway, so hey, all right. So here goes the fight. We standing there. We standing there across from each other. Bell goes ding, ding, ding. And like I told you the other day, I don't know if it was him that said it. No, I don't know if it was Trey that said it or Trey and him that said it. But I know Trey said it. But they said that when they tried to punch me, that I countered back so fast. They throw the punch, I slip, punch back, and the amount of time for it takes them to punch and pull their hand back. That's just explaining the punch for the people listening that ain't in the boxing or whatever. But anyways, they said that I punched when they punched at me, they thought they punched themselves.
Plus
Because
themselves, yeah. Sean was talking
they said
about
they
that.
thought they
Yeah.
yeah, they said they thought they punched themselves in the face because they weren't able to get their hand all the way back before they felt the punch. But but I always thought that was funny. But that ain't being fast counter puncher. That's just me throwing it right after them and it landed. But it's funny to hear. But anyway, so my story, you want to hear my story on it.
Yeah.
Sean's story the other night, for the ones that might have listened, was man, I couldn't be more appreciative of how he told the fight from his view and stuff. He gave me credit for being able to hit I guess hard or whatever, being fast, moving good, whatever. Gave me a lot of credit. And from Sean, here's the thing. People I've gotten, people compliment people. I've heard the stories about where I beat up the lion and the bear and all that stuff that has never happened. You know what I'm saying? But hearing the story that actually did happen get passed down a few times, and this little brother told this friend and this friend told his little brother, and how it happens over the years there. Fought Sean and different Sean, and it turned into we were stabbing people with sharpened boards and stuff. But anyway, so to hear his recollection of it, to hear the compliments and all that stuff from Sean, because me and Sean, like he said, there's a mutual respect there, and there's a mutual just from us talking and us getting in depth with these talks a couple times over the years. There's a mutual I don't want to say understanding, but there's this like you just know you have this knowledge, like you just you know that this guy is different than most your other ones, and even so than your professional boxers and all that stuff that work really hard and has this good talent and stuff. But there's something wired different about this guy. There's something that makes him special. And I'm not talking about me, and I'm not talking about me from him. I'm talking about him, right?
Yeah.
There's something, and I've seen the something. You know what I'm saying? But you really only see the result of the something. You don't actually get to see the something because it's inside him. I mean, it's just really. But to hear him speak about me and stuff and certain things in certain ways, boy, it's. I'm glad it came from him because I just don't know anybody that it would mean more than. And he can be completely wrong, and I'm boosted up because he was the younger guy at the time and stuff like that. You know, where Donnie, the guy that he talked about, he was pretty high on Donnie back in the day and stuff, and thought Donnie can do, but that kind of faded. But me and him have always, we'll go 5 years without seeing, speaking, all that stuff. And it always comes back and we always have the same mutual understanding, gratitude and respect and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
For each other. Sean is an animal. Sean is a bad mamma jamma. Sean did tell a couple lies the other night. He said that he don't fill this person out, all that stuff. He fills his person out every time he goes to fight, and he does it with a jab. He doesn't waste a lot of time doing it. He'll do it with a jab. He'll feint a jab out, feint a jab out. He'll do it about 4 times, 5 times, and he figures out where your head goes naturally when he does that. And then he throws the second punch. And that's normally where the fight ends. If not there, that's how it ends on the second attempt, the third, the fourth, the fifth attempt. But it ain't going much further. Once he figures out you're doing this, or you're doing this, boy, let him find out you're doing this. I told he was doing y'all was doing the podcast the other night, and when he was saying how one fight went, I wasn't there for, never seen, never heard of it. But when he said what he did, as he was telling, I said he knocked it. I said he hit him with an uppercut, and he said, so I hit him with an uppercut. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro?
When the guy
This
put his head
dude,
down.
boy, I seen him knock this one dude out, big old dude that just knew he was about to be there, but he was 6'9", just like boy, a grown man. And he knocked him down. He knocked him down 3 times. I think that's how he won that one from stoppage. The next one we went to, the dude came, saw him, and left. He left the locker room.
What the
He
hell?
ready to win because it was like an hour and a half away from the other place. He knew we was from Georgia. We weren't coming all the way there, and we came all the way there. But he saw him and got the heck on. But sure enough, man, that dude, if you put your forehead towards the mat, he put the back of your head towards the mat. And it's so fast and it's so pretty and it's so, oh my God, you just killed this man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it is so perfect, dude. It is so perfect. But I ain't tell you about the fight. You gotta shut up and let me talk, man.
I got you.
Yeah, man. Speak when you need to.
You good, bro? Hey, I'm listening to the
When
story, bro. I want all of it.
I get nervous, I get to talking. And
You
I
good,
don't
bro?
know. I honestly, bro, I love to tell a funny story.
No, that's
Anyway,
why I'm here for it. Because Sean told a story. He said, Brad may not agree with this, but this is
you
how it
ready to hear
happened.
mine?
So
Here's mine. Here's mine. He ain't been shit. He ain't been shit, boy. He ain't been shit. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so then what he did, let's tell it right. So fight started. Hit big boy. I got my nickname. Like I said,
Sweet
2 nights
feet.
before it. But yeah, before that. 2 nights before that, if not that night, but I think it was 2 nights before that, the first time I was ever in there. Um, so I had to carry that on. So it was just so effective, man. It really was at the time, but it would also burn so much of your energy if you didn't put the work in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Then you wasn't gonna be able to use it in the
Like cardio and shit.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It
Yeah.
burn you out. It burn you
Yeah.
out for somebody that has the adrenaline pumping through you so much. Somebody that's not weathered or seasoned for that. It's different than a front yard. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It really is different than a front yard. I could dance and punch up in the air and punch over. That was my favorite thing in the world to do. Do a little bit of feet. You look down, bam. Or my favorite, another one of my favorites was we'd be boxing, and with my left hand, I would go. You know what I'm saying? I'll look at you and I look up like that, and just punch up, and you would go every time, every time, no matter who I did that to. Which I never done it you. I keep saying you, but I'm speaking in general. I
Yeah.
go, oh, like that, and every single person look up. I go, wow, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It was the
Bro was
easiest
trying
thing
to
in the
be
world
like
to do.
Roy Jones Jr.
I'm just telling you, bro. I learned so much from Roy Jones Jr. I learned that mental part of, that a mental warrior was Muhammad Ali. Now I'm gonna tell you, but a bag of tricks and entertaining was Roy Jones Jr. That dude had the bag of tricks. Nobody liked him except for Prince. But that son of a bitch, not the singer, not singer. Prince. I can't think of his name. Sean knows his name. Sean loved him too. But
I thought you were
that
talking about the singer. I was like, what the hell is what?
probably. I think I heard he's a bad man too. But no, this guy I'm talking about, he was like Roy Jones Jr. on I want to say on another level, but he ain't get the accolades and stuff. But
Yeah.
man, this joke was bad, man. That joker, he would dance in front of you, do whatever he wanted to. I mean, he might sit down, bro. He might be an arm's length away and sit down Indian
Yeah.
style and stand back up, bro. It was just his bag of tricks and his mental. I do not give a damn about you, bro. Like I am not worried about you. I will do whatever I want to,
Yeah.
and you can't stop me. And I'm proving that by
Yeah.
doing it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
Anderson Silva was the same way. Absolutely same way.
The Anderson Silva was to me more of a Muhammad Ali,
Well, he
more of
was
a Muhammad.
longer. He
Yeah,
was a
go
lot
ahead.
longer. Roy
Oh,
Jones was also long, but I feel like Anderson Silva, just his length,
yeah, like
he was
the
very
John
fluid.
like the John Jones. But and
Yeah.
the thing with Anderson Silva is he could see he could see what you were doing.
Yeah.
He used his length not only to touch you, but to be far enough out to not to where you had to close space. I'm not trying to say that at all because as good as that was, I mean, and you had to do that. There's so many things you had to face. He was able to use his space to see your body. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? To see what is moving, what's flexing, where what are you about to do? You know what I'm saying? Where are you telegraphing from? And then his training, like what he did with the ball, doom. I mean, he practiced head-eye coordination, as far as defense, getting the heck out of the way. He practiced picking up on movement and reacting to that movement in a way that, first of all, his natural abilities had to be there, so much more than others, to even realize that you got something special there. You need to hone in on it. But
Yeah.
bro,
No.
you was not about to touch this dude. You just
Yeah.
wasn't, man.
With those Brazilians, it's just insane how technical they are when it comes
Yeah,
to Muay
yeah.
Thai, when it comes to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and especially
Mhm.
boxing and kickboxing. Those boys, like
Oh,
Anderson Silva, I think, was Vanderlei Brazilian?
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Vanderlei, people like that, man. They're so technical with everything they do. It's absolutely insane.
Yep. They're very dedicated to their craft.
But finish the story, and then we'll hop on UFC. I want to I want to hear your side.
All right, so Sean's damn, I wish I'd have reached out to him before I talked to you. Um, but anyway,
You
so
heard the
Sean,
story, so
yeah, absolutely. I hate that I didn't call him in because he was laughing when he's like, I can't wait for you to hear it, all that stuff. Yeah, you gonna like it, you gonna like all that stuff. So I hate that I listened to it exactly what he said, but it's 1:30 in the morning. So I'm sitting
yeah,
here, you know what I'm saying, listen to it, watch it. I'm laughing my ass off, and I want so bad to message him, and I don't. And then yesterday got away from me. So, anyways, um, yeah. So anyway, so here's how the fight went. We started. I can't remember the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. I can remember the story told about the fight. I don't remember the movement, none of that stuff. All I know is I'm about to kill some of them. Shut that dog up. Hold on 1 second. I ain't trying to scream in your ear. I know you got mute on this thing. Okay. Hold on.
Hold up, Brad. We're on mute.
Hey, you
Yeah, my
back? I'm
dog
sorry.
up.
That dog was.
No,
That dog was.
I felt that. I felt that same way about football. Like I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't remember shit. I guess the
Right.
adrenaline pumping or just being in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
going over plays
Mm-hmm.
and shit. But
Yeah.
after something, and I watched the tape, I'm like, that shit happened.
Yep.
That shit
Yep.
actually happened. So I get that
And then, yeah,
100%.
there's some things that can remind you and put you back in that spot. But without that, it's like, yeah, I remember we boxed. I remember, where it was. I remember seeing each other. You remember key moments and stuff, but I remember literally the end of the fight. But with that being said, I remember the story that I always told. I would remember always telling the story, like, yeah, it was pretty this or pretty that, or blah blah blah. Anyways, so the fight went, from my recollection and my storytelling, was we started the fight. He probably came at me. He probably came at me, tested to see where my head would go. That just never. It's never going to go the same place twice. It's just not. I'm not a trained fighter. I was never a trained fighter. I did my taekwondo. We got out of taekwondo because of me. Because I was there to do the very minimal I had to do. So when testing came around, I could move up and give me a different colored belt and all that good stuff. So outside of that, I just was not a trained fighter. I mean, we did a point when our sparring, all we did is points, you know what I mean? So if I touch you in your head or your body with my foot, elbow, hand, arm, whatever, at the point, and you go to 2 or 3 points and the fight's over. So that's not a fight. You're just making contact. Who's the fastest to get to a spot without the other person blocking, what I'm saying? And that's a block.
Yeah.
But anyways, Taekwondo, you some bad motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? They really are some bad men. But the kid training, it's not teaching you how to be a bad man. It's just teaching you your focus, really, your
Yeah.
focus. But anyway, so I got in there. We moved. He couldn't touch me. He couldn't land. Which was very, very. I mean, it's how my fights went. Like I never. Man, if you were able to land a punch, you know what I'm saying, on me, um, I would tell people about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it happened and it don't happen. You know what I mean? It would be talked about. Um um so Sean's a bad man. Me not being able to remember this fight. Sean, I always told everybody I know, I told you, when he fights at 205, it's the craziest thing because he hits harder than all the guys that are 300 pounds. I mean, all of them, but the guys that are 290 and 285, men, you know what I'm saying? They're not just heavy. They're they're bad men, you know what I'm saying? They're bricked.
Yeah.
They bricked up, baby. Yeah, yeah. So they bricked up men out there, um, swinging everything at you. But anyway, so yeah. So these are grown ass men, dude. You know what I'm saying? 8, 9ers all day. But yeah. So he's hitting harder than these guys by far. By far, it's not close, right? Not
Yeah.
close. He's faster than like every middleweight. You know what I'm saying? So he's hitting harder than the heavyweights. He's faster than the middleweights. So I mean, like, what do you do? What do you do? I mean, like, you lose against them is what you do, because a middleweight, if you're fighting a heavyweight, your chance of beating them is going to be by speed, and it's going to be in an open ring, right? Um,
For sure. Yeah.
and chances are you're not going to lose because the power difference is normally going to be there. But you have the people that's like me that that's proven, with like the machines and stuff, that I'm going to punch harder than most of the people around, right? So you got some middleweights that'll do that. You got a Sean that does that no matter where he's at. But so you got speed and all that stuff. So with that being said, that speed, also that power, leads me to my other argument. I never talked about, how hard he had hit me, you know what I'm saying, in the fight, any specific moment. Like I said, I don't feel the pain, but the drama, the orchestra, all that stuff that goes on. Um, I don't remember none of that. Or have ever told any, the stories about it. I tell about Chris, not Newsom, but another one, when he hit me, Hembry, when he hit me after the fight was broken up. It felt like his fist was still pushing my face like that, and I couldn't hold. I'm looking at him dead in his face, like me and you were looking at each other. But my head's like moving, like I'm having to hold my head from moving. He hit me so damn hard that my head was still moving like 20, 30, 40, a minute later. You know what I'm saying? It was the
Jesus.
weirdest thing ever. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing ever. But I tell stories about what happened to me in the fight. Um, but yeah, so we fought it out. He had to have, course, he had to landed some punches on me. Whether they wasn't solid enough to where if he hits you, normally you're gonna get shook. You're going down. If you're not going down, you're scrambling. So he don't hit you with another one before you get your knees back. You know what I mean? Beneath you. Um, but we get towards the end, and I've never been in a fight gym. I've never been anything. All I know is taekwondo, PE at school, stuff like that. They say, all right, we got 5 more, we got 3 more. Whether it's 3 more kicks, you count out 3 kicks, you're done. You got 5 more seconds, you count out 5 seconds, you're done. All that good stuff. What they hear, clack. All right, y'all, 5 more seconds, 5 more seconds. So me, I'm tired. I've been doing everything I can to stay away from this behemoth so he don't knock me out. You know what I'm saying? And no, he's not Sean. He's not this Sean at that time, right? He's not this gorilla man. But I'm also like he told it perfectly. I'm 120 something pounds at a time. He's 160 something pounds. His arm length reach on me is a couple inches. Um,
Yeah.
so I've worked really hard, not to let him beat me up. So anyways, they say 5 seconds left, y'all. Get it, let's get it. So I'm still doing the same thing I was doing, you know what I'm saying? Work, boom, boom, I'm stepping back, dodging his punches, whatever's going on at this time. Whatever was going on is still going on. And I'm
Yeah.
counting down 5, 4, shoot, 3, 2, 1. And I step back, right? Because I know 5 seconds. I didn't rush it. I slowed it down. I didn't do none of that stuff. I gave him 5 more seconds, and I got the phone. You know what I'm saying? So when I step back, it slapped me to get in my laboratory. See the scale model of what we got going on that I've had in my house ever since that night, because I train at least 3 times a week. If I was ever in that position again, like Sean Brooks, if he had me against the wall, how would I get out of it? You know what I'm saying? Because he whipped my ass in front of everybody, man. It was the second night I'd ever been there, man. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so basically that's a heavy bag, right? So let's just call that a heavy bag. The big bags that hang up, for the people who don't know, it's the big bags that hang up on the stands, or that you'll see hanging from a chain from like one of the wooden braces in the framing.
Yeah.
The ceiling braces, joists, whatever. So anyways, this gym has several of them, so it's going to be lined all the way. The floor is going to be lined with them all the way around, and they're as big around as a person, right? They're probably 2 feet wide in uh diameter or whatever. So yeah, so that thing's put in the corner right here. That's as far back as I can go, all right, with my feet right there. So what does that do for me? What does that do for me fighting a guy? That is not nearly going to work. All right. Okay. That might work a little bit more better. Let's see right now. What does that do for a guy like me? If my feet can go right here, I got somebody in front of me pushing on me. I ain't got no shoes on the phone. The damn hardware slippery. Here, hold on. Just so happen I got some more white shoes right there. So I'm here. I count 5, boom, boom, boom. But now he charges me, right? He said he wanted to kill me at the end, whatever, however. Avenge it. Not at the end, but yeah, whatever. It just happened to be at the end. So anyway, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, step back, boom. He's coming at me. I'm like, oh, God, I gotta get back. Well, that's far back as I can go. So my feet are right here. He says the fight ended up against the wall. It sure enough did. And it wasn't going nowhere either. Because I was like this, my feet out here on the heavy bags, and him right here over top of me coming down however he wants to. However he wants to. And there ain't nothing I can do about it because my feet are out there and everybody knows how to, you know what I'm saying, physics work, all that good stuff. So my feet out there, I'm here, and he is just really taking advantage of the fact that he could whoop my ass at this moment. You know what I'm saying? And he really wanted to. He definitely wanted to. He showed me this. But anyway, so he said, wow, wow,
That's
wow.
dirty. That's dirty as
Probably.
fuck, Sean. By the way,
It said what?
dirty as fuck. I said, Sean, that's dirty as fuck. By the way.
Hell yeah, what? Hell yeah. I don't know, man. Further on going out there and stuff like that, if I got somebody up against the wall like that, they was gonna, that I was training with, yeah, they were gonna feel me for a second. And yeah, I was gonna hold them up against that heavy bag, and I was gonna show them the mistake they made in that particular gym.
Yeah,
You know what
but
I'm
the way
saying?
Sean told it, he said it was still time left. He said he didn't run up like that.
Yeah. That's right. That's how I told it. But that's and there was because they never said stop.
There was 1
Right?
second though,
There
based
was
on the time. Yeah,
There wasn't no 1 second. I know without a shadow of a doubt. But what there is there is a, just like when you tied up and the ref goes, all right, y'all come on, go to the doom, y'all ready? When the ref is pulling you apart or calling a point or whatever, you protect yourself at all times as if the ref is not there, right?
yeah.
Because if you get knocked out, you get knocked out. It's done. It's over with. He won, right? Unless he does some shit that's so fucking outrageous that they call disqualification. But anyway, so because I didn't treat it as if I was supposed to continue forward until the clock guy said the fight was over, because I treated it like 5 seconds when he said 5 seconds, right? So
Yeah.
I shouldn't treat it like it's over till it's over. And it wasn't over until he said it was over. And Sean, it went over until maybe Sean got his in. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is their gym. I don't think they did it intentionally. You know what I'm saying? When did they come up with the plan? While I was boxing? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it happened like that.
Yeah.
But when they saw me up against that wall getting hit, they probably was like, let's give him 1 more second. You know what I'm saying? Because 1 more second in
Yeah.
a boxing ring, if you watch the final seconds in a boxing match, bro, 2 seconds is like 14 punches between the two of them when they're brawling. You know what I'm saying? It really is. So I remember it as, he told me 5 count, I counted 5, I stepped back, and I got another 5 count on top of me, right? But honestly, what happened was probably another 1 to 2 seconds, and this is how I've always told you the story. I probably got 2 seconds of just Sean opening up. I'm the heavy bag. When you see the guy in the gym and he's doing nothing but hitting the bag and he's aggressive with it, that's me at this time. There's not, the guy don't have to worry about the heavy bag punching back, basically. So you just tee off on that heavy bag, do whatever you want to. That's what happened. He had me there. He said, oh shit, I just broke the wall. But anyway, so that's what he did to me, right? So I had to sit there and just take that. And then when it was over, because it wasn't my gym, I had to be like, oh man, appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, the hell of a time. You know what I mean? But really that's how I felt, man. I mean, I really did. And at that moment, I became a member of the gym. I was no longer the guy going down there beating up guys, because I didn't beat up Sean. Sean went standing there a heavy bag for me to punch on and all that stuff. So now that I've corrected the part on what he was doing to me and all that good stuff, which I don't think I did. Because Sean said that I had good head movement and he was able to connect and stuff like that and stuff like that. I think there was a little less solid connections. There was obviously we're boxing, we're touching. He's going to hit me with the side of his glove running down. He's going to hit me with a forearm. He's going to hit me with the corner. and he's gonna land some stuff that ain't Sean's punches. You know what I'm saying? That I don't even recall, even in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's up front or strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That he's gonna feel like it was a punch, and it was. But me and Sean being who me and Sean are, you know what I'm saying? And not saying I hate saying it in that way, but just being having something wrong with me, you know what I'm saying? Where I don't notice it, you know. I
Yeah.
guess don't sound bad like that, but yeah. So Sean hit me less than I feel that Sean hit me less than what he's thinking he did or what he remembers he did, and I feel that I was definitely able to connect with Sean more than he's recounting or recalling.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end it was two guys that ain't used to losing going in there and boxing and getting after it. Me being worried the entire time. Him if not worried, you know, him being agitated about what I'd done before the fight started, and then once the fight started, really just trying to progress the fight to where he wants it. You know what I mean? So it was a good fight for sure. Um, it was definitely a good fight.
Yeah.
It was definitely a good fight. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I can't recall it, the whatchamacallit, all that good stuff, but I know walking in from the very set, boom, looking at each other, ain't got nothing to say to each other. We know why we there. We there because I'm the guy that caused the issues. Basically, I'm calling Ruckus. I done beat up his buddies. He's the guy that's there to put me in my place. He's the baddest one. I know that if I beat this guy or run with this guy, you know what I'm saying? I have a place here. Um, Either way, they're going to let me fight, but now I have a place here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went at it, man. And we didn't give either one any slack. Um, so the feelings that we have for each other that were forged in that moment, um, it was in that moment. You know what I'm saying? They were very recognized. They were very real. All that stuff at the moment, and then you know you get older and you forget stuff and all that stuff. But we ain't forget. Might have
Yeah.
forgot what happened, what moved, what caused, but we know why. You know what I'm saying? But that'll never change. That'll
So
never change.
I'm about to
Batman.
I'm about to play something for you. I want you to tell me what this means to you real quick.
That means I'm about to go beat somebody up.
Tell the people, what does that mean for Brad Ferguson?
That
What does that
meant
song mean?
that meant I was heading somewhere, not to box anybody. That meant somebody done did something, put their hands on a girl, done said something, messed with little Brian D'Angelo, you know what I'm saying? Or he messed with them and he's telling me a story differently. That means I'm going to fight somebody. That means I'm about to go
That
whoop
means
somebody's ass.
Brad's out to go with somebody's. If you don't know
Yeah,
the
that
song,
means
this is Universal Soldier. This is Pastor
universal.
Troy.
Yes, yes,
That shit. I remember whenever
yes.
we used to drive the Ridgeline around, we'd listen to that. And
Mm-hmm.
what was that Pastor Troy song? What's it called?
Vice
I'm
versa.
about to throw.
Vice versa.
No, no, Lil
Not vice
John.
versa.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I'm about to play it for you.
yeah. Go ahead.
Are you sure about
Hold up,
this?
stupid
Ba,
ass.
ba,
Wait, wait,
ba,
wait.
ba, 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 ba,
There we go.
ba, ba. That's it.
That shit was so hard. I remember being in
Boy,
Panama City with that shit, dog.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Boy, I used to love Vice Versa track. Boy, that shit was so good. That whole CD was good, man. Especially they had one song on there that was unlike all the other ones, and it was like a bass song, but like a club song. I'd say you were like 14 or something. I don't know, but like number 14 on the track. But it had such a good beat, man. I'm talking about. It was so unlike all his stuff, and his stuff would have me so crunk ready to just go
Who,
punch
Lil Jon?
somebody. No.
You talking about
Pastor
Pastor
Troy.
Troy?
Pastor Troy. Yes. Yes. But yeah, the Vice Versa soundtrack. I'm pretty sure it was on. But that song did the same thing to me, except for instead of fighting, it made me just want to go have fun. You know what I'm saying? Go clubbing. You know what I'm saying? Just that was the start of a great night. And it's like the best beat, and I can't remember. I ain't heard it in 20 years, 15
Who's
years
it
probably.
by? It's by
It's
Pastor Troy.
it's it's by Pastor Troy. It's on Vice Versa album. It's like in the club or something. Like it's a club beat. It's and I think it's even labeled something similar to that. It's just been so long. You'll love the beat. I'm telling you, it's like different. It's different. But Pastor
I didn't
Troy,
even
man,
know it had any.
you could turn Pastor Troy on. You could turn on the girl Pastor Troy, like down south Georgia girl, DSGG. Like you could turn that on and want to go beat up a girl that was trying to beat up your old lady. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? He would have you ready to fight somebody. You know what I mean? But I just
Damn, I
man,
wish
I
I could
tell you,
find this song, bro. The club
I'll find
song
it.
by Pastor Troy.
Shit, I got this right here. It's Pastor Troy for sure, 100%. Pastor Troy and Pastor Troy and the church choir. Which one was it? Pastor Troy and it was his people. I just don't know what group. Pastor Troy. Let me get on this computer. All right, I've been talking about fighting. I gotta calm the hell down now. Now I can have a normal conversation. All right, fight bread, and then let's look up Pastor Troy bread. Let's see. I don't know her thing. Get on here.
Is it?
It's that flip, man. Yeah.
Is that it?
That's
Yes,
Downtown Georgia Girls.
Hey, yo. This
I
about
know. You
downtown
said it was
Georgia.
with somebody.
In the club.
Mm.
Yeah, this
This is the Downtown Georgia Girls. I love
I
that
know.
song. What? That song's so good. Let me see. Let me see. To Emily. What's your password? Oh Lord.
I'm
Okay.
ready for war.
Yeah. I think it's with people, but I know it's on Vice Versa track. It's either 4 or 14 on the album, Vice Versa. Uh, hello, baby. I'm looking for a song by Pastor Troy. All right, look up Vice Versa. Okay, look it up. We're gonna figure it out. So what's up, man? How's car sales was doing good and yeah, no, you said y'all slowed down a little bit. It's number 9. What's it called? What are you talking about?
Track number 9, or vice versa on the album.
I don't want Vice Versa. Vice
You said vice versa.
ain't Vice Versa one of his CDs though.
No.
No,
So
that's
Vice
Face
Versa,
Off, brother.
it is on Face Off.
Right.
Yeah.
Face Off, right? Because Vice Versa, yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. That's all right. It's right.
You
Troy.
got Face Off, Frame Me. Is the grind move to Mars? I'm made. Can you
Hold
stand
up.
the game?
Hold up. Hold up. What did you say about the grind? What did you say about the grind? Is like the fourth one you named.
My players is the grind.
Play it.
It's Universal Soldier.
And then Universal Soldier, that's the slow one. I'm talking about a club beat.
My bad.
Mm-hmm. Do the grind when you just said.
The grind. Yeah.
No,
You
yeah,
play it.
let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we mad Mac. Mad life and mad society. Put this shit down on y'all. Superficial. Niggas don't even try me. Gonna tell y'all how this shit really go. This shit for real. Talking cause we lit. All the time, Tell me your life and I'ma tell you mine. Check it. Tell me your life.
No, that's not it. That's not it. So it keeps going in and out. It's hard to hear it. Did you put face off in here?
Check it
Is
out.
that it? That's not it. Mm-mm. That's not it. So at first, when it first starts playing, yours is going in and out, so it's really hard for me to hear it. But
Probably because I got denoise on. Hold up.
Look, that's the face off album.
Let's
Is
see.
it throw up your flag?
Help me run, oh Father.
You can put some in the blood.
That might be it. Where's the,
Kind of volume.
that ain't it. That ain't it. But while we having a conversation, I'll figure it out. I
Word.
got this now, so I can figure it out.
Word. But
So you had
sales up here, it's kind of dropping off. There's a lot of old money up here, a lot of NIL money, but it's kind of slow this month. I'm not gonna lie. August has been way worse than June and July for sure.
that's what, man. That's what I'm hearing. That's shoot, man. One of our guys. I mean, I ain't put his name out here, but from what I was told, like 4 days ago, he didn't have a single car out. Um,
Jesus, like on the
yeah.
20th,
What'd you say?
like on the 20th. That's
Yes,
crazy.
yes, and this is not a. I mean, he's not a hustler. You know what I'm saying? Unless he wants to go somewhere. Um,
Yeah,
but he sells well, so he sells what he wants to sell, and he makes plenty doing it. So he's he's that type guy. But at the same time, he should have 4 cars out. You know what I mean? If
yeah.
you know what I mean, at least 4 cars. But
So how's
um,
my niece and nephew doing, bro?
what it bad.
Bad.
Yes, Leilani's attitude is just getting ridiculous. But it has several times prior. So I've gave her the warnings. You know what I mean? So the next step is just go ahead and fire off one time, you know what I mean? Really get her attention. And and then and she man, she'll straighten up. She'll be an angel for yeah, 3, 4, 5 months, 3 months probably. It's just you just gotta tune her up every once in a while because she really gets to be a bratty thing, man. And little Brad, he he's amazing. I mean, he really is. But he raises his voice to Emily, and I don't like that. I don't like
Yeah.
that shit. She'll say something while she's still speaking. He'll be like, "I said that," you know what I'm saying? And he's so good with her, and so good. Period. And very, you know, he's got such a good heart, man. That you don't have to really deal with nothing with him, but he's doing that, and it's still happening. But that's my guy, so me and him we'll go to the kitchen and talk junk about everybody else in the house, you know. Yeah, but so
That's
he
the
gets
homie.
it. Yeah, he gets a little bit of extra slack, which you know they say extra slack just helps them hang themselves. So
Yeah.
I gotta be careful with that. But I had to tune him up, and then Emmett is Emmett. Emmett's also he's cool. He's hanging out. He's doing his thing, but he is not interested in school, boy. He is not interested in school.
Do not tell
Uh,
him.
Yeah, yeah. Don't make him draw a bear in art class because he just got better things to do, which is staring
what
at
he
that
say?
wall.
What he say? Whenever he said it was time to draw, what happened?
I mean, he ain't said. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Come here, baby. Um, he don't say nothing. He's respectful. He's cool. It's okay, all right. And then when she comes back around 5 minutes later, that bear still just got one arm with no bear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he had a wall to look at. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be
Jesus.
interested in what he's doing. And if he's
Or
not,
he ain't gonna do it.
nope, 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 no questions asked. He is not doing it. You don't have to wonder. He ain't doing it.
How was it for you whenever you first came a dad? We never had this conversation. How was that feeling whenever you first had little Brad?
Oh, my first moment, man, was bad. Um, so I was so excited. So when I was a kid, I was the kid that the younger kids would always be, just like Aaron Moore, the cop. All right, like I babysat him when I was a younger teen. You know what I'm saying? Younger kid, babysat him because you don't really think of it in this way, but I was probably 12. Yeah, I was 12 or 13 when he was born, right? So 14, 15. Yeah, I probably watched it. Probably 16 years old, so not too young. But yeah, so I babysat him. But the reason is because his mom saw how I was with like all the other kids and stuff. Ansley absolutely adored me. You know what I'm saying? I think me and you picked up like everywhere I went. If there was like younger kids, we was cool, man. At the time, I was 10 years old. The 5, 6 year olds they wanted to hang out with me, and if there was a toddler anywhere around, like you know what I'm saying, we're all at church, stuff like that, or church gatherings after, fellowship, whatever. I was going to be the one like in the middle of the room playing with the kid, kind of like Aaron does, and you're
Yeah.
big with it, stuff like that. I'm so far from that now. Noises, I don't like unregulated noises. Um, but yeah, that was me. So I always wanted a kid, and then she was in nursing school when my wife at the time was in nursing school. So we wasn't gonna have no kids till she got out of nursing school. Well, for her finishing nursing school, taking her finals and stuff. Instead of a kid, I gave her divorce papers or whatever. Well, so that didn't happen. So we waited. We had to wait them 4 years, and then it's another, 2 years before you get um remarried, all that good stuff. And then we couldn't have a kid, and all I wanted was a kid, man. And then we finally got pregnant, and it was miscarriage, and that was so hard on me. Because I just wanted a kid. I just wanted a kid, man. I wanted a kid for so long. I wanted a little boy. I at that time, um, I I mean, kind of like Sean said, if anybody loves Sean, it's Sean. If anybody loved Brad, like it's Brad, you know what I'm saying? At that time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, that's still like me. I think I'm a decent person, but I just have noticed a lot more flaws, I guess, lately. But or over the last 8 years or whatever. But at that time, man, I just wanted a little Brad. You know what I mean? It's different. I don't know. I wanted little Brad, so when I had little Brad, like that was just the best thing ever. And then a lot of stuff was going on, you know what I mean, with family and just life and the amount of time that I had to put in at my job and stuff like that. It pulled me away from and allowed others to fill the role, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In big ways at certain times and stuff like that. Which allowed me to get accustomed to it, man. And boy, getting accustomed to that is one of my biggest regrets. One of my biggest regrets because man, it changed so much or allowed so much to go on. But when I noticed it at one point, I mean, he was young, man. We had the pool and stuff in the neighborhood. I used to take him to the pool, bro. That was like mine and Brad's thing. And I got videos of it, man, he's walking and at one point he beatboxes in the car. Dude can't even talk, man. I mean, he's throwing some words, a word or two together. But I'm going, and I'm teaching him to beatbox. And man, he hits his beatbox on beat with his thing by complete accident because he would just go, you know what I'm saying? Just make
Yeah.
noises. Oh man, it was like the coolest thing in the world to hear him just straight kill this piece. And it was only like 3 seconds, but it was perfect. And but I have memories, right? I got memories of that
Yeah.
stuff, and they're like the best. Like I love it, dude. I love it. It's not often you go back and look at those, but when you do, it's like man, it's the good feelings, it's the bad feelings. Um, Man, with being me, man, being me is a scary. Um, it's simple things are scary. Um,
Yeah.
to participate in, because it can be hurtful. You know what I mean? especially when you realize the carnage and stuff that you've left, or not even left, that you have brought with you, that that you still like kids, mine and my wife and stuff. Kids know a lot more than people give them credit for, but they also are innocent in a way where you get free passes on some stuff that you shouldn't. And I'm so
Yeah.
thankful for. I'm so thankful for. I'm so thankful that they know this something wasn't right, normal, like everybody else's is, but they don't know why and what and things like that.
Yeah.
And I was always at work. I was always, there was never a situation that was so embedded at home or anything like that to where that they were part of anything, outside of,
Yeah.
the parents arguing and stuff. But yeah, man, yeah. If I'm prepared to look at certain memories and stuff, sometimes I had the best time of my life. Looking back at that, and it's in a whole nother folder and stuff. But yeah, man, it was the coolest thing ever. But when Brad was born, Brad had yeah, what?
A bowel movement.
Yeah, so basically it's a bowel movement
womb.
in the womb, going down the Birkenau, whatever. And so what happens is they choke, they die, right? No, they don't die, but they're basically dying. They're choking. They can't breathe. They can't take a
Yeah.
breath, and the doctor can't allow them to, because if it does, then that's a whole nother situation. They just snorted shit, you know what I'm saying? And that
Yeah.
ain't good for the lungs, apparently. So, so my kid was born, and it's the best time of my life, dude. This is the best time of my life. Like, I wanted this for 10 years. It took me 10 years from the time I was ready. I was 18. People have kids at 18 by choice, not the stupid teenagers that made a mistake, or, you know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
or teenagers that made the bad, you know what I'm saying? That, oops, it happened, you know what I'm saying? Um, I was married at 19, bro. I could have had my first kid at 19, but it would have made it would have made college harder for her being nursing. A lot of people go through college and have babies and stuff, but nursing's, everybody knows, a little bit different schooling there. With the clinicals and stuff like that, it just takes more of your schedule. So we waited, man, from the time I was 19. So 9 years I waited to have a kid, and lost one before that. And finally, man, I had my kid. And in that moment, man, I noticed the nurses, as soon as the baby comes out, and a time frame of like 5 minutes, dude. It's not 5 minutes, but it's 5 minutes in my head. But I noticed the nurse is not doing, like, she's like, and looks at the doctor, and the doctor's like, you know what I'm saying? And then like two of the nurses are like here and right here, and I'm on the beds right here, ankle, knees, hip, you know what I'm saying, right here, baby, and them's over here, thinking all that good stuff. And this nurse and this nurse, they did this move, you know what I'm saying? They did this move at the same time. They go, why y'all just look at me? Why y'all just both look at me? Why ain't nobody speaking? Like, why is nobody, like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Why are y'all
Uh huh.
moving really fast right now? Like, what's wrong? Why is my kid purple? You know what I'm saying? My why is my kid making no noise? My baby boy just came out gray, right? Which is fine. That's what they do. But he was just baby blue. Now he's purple, dude. My kid is purple. My kid is Barney purple, and nobody's speaking. And bro, when I tell you that, that's like the worst feeling in the world, dude. Oh my gosh, that was the worst feeling in the world. And it goes on and it goes on and it lasts forever. It lasts forever, and nobody says why, or hey, just hang in there. Everything's gonna be okay in just a second. We see this often, or whatever. Nobody lets you know, and it's just like, bro, I get it's a hospital, people sue y'all and stuff, but holy crap, where's the humanity? Where's the
Yeah.
hey, dad, it's gonna be all right. Probably. You know what I'm saying? Give me the probably. Let me shit on the probably and not just what the fuck is going on with my kid. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's one of the things that kind of hits you. And yeah, when you go back and look at it, it still looks the same. And woo, that's a crazy one. But I got him out there, and he's cool and he's smart, so smart. He's like you smart, I think. But I
No,
really
he's
think he
definitely a
is.
smart kid. He's got a bigger heart than I do, for sure. He's one of the sweetest little bastards I ever met in my life.
Yeah. I mean, he is. He's got a big heart, dude. I don't. Yeah. I think a lot of people can say he's got a bigger heart than I do, and to be correct. I think so, man. I don't know. I ain't seen it play out. I know he could be mean to his sister. Um, but his sister just jumped in the car the other day and said, Brad called his kid a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Brad don't call kids crackheads. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, shut up. And what's going on, Brad? He was bullying. This kid was making fun of this kid because of this or whatever. So Brad, you know what I'm saying, took up for the dude. We called him a
Yeah.
crackhead. I call my kids crackheads. That's the insult they know. Like, chill out, crackhead. Like,
Yeah.
watch out, crackhead. Get out of the way, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know who little Brad reminds me of?
Who is that?
My homeboy Peanut.
Oh, yeah. That's a
He
good
reminds me
compliment,
of Peanut.
man. That's a
He
good
reminds me
compliment.
because I remember
Yes,
you
dude.
having a conversation with Peanut. I don't remember
Yeah,
exactly what the conversation
I
was.
do. I do. At the gym.
What was the conversation?
His girl was being mean, thinking that he was going to cheat on her.
Yes.
He was treating him as if he was going to, like he was a cheater and he would cheat on her. And the way that he described, like, his hurt because of that, and it wasn't because, like, remember my hurt and stuff, at a certain point where it would, like, I would be treated as if I just got caught. You know what I'm saying? In
Yeah.
the act by another person, by my ex, not Emily. But yeah, so that was hurtful because of the things she would say and the things that she would do and all this stuff. No, this dude was genuinely hurt
Yes.
that she would, that first of all, I think that she had to think that he would, but to know that he was like, I'm dating you. I wanted you to be my girlfriend. Like the way he said it, bro, I don't even know if I
Yeah.
can do it. Like, he's like, I wanted you to be my girlfriend. I love you. I love you. I would never, and he's talking to us. We're in the gym.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
the bros. We're not recording nothing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like we're hanging
Nobody's got
out,
a
dude.
wire.
Yeah, he is not saying this to impress or to show or da da da. This is not an act. He's like, I love you. I chose for you to be my girlfriend because I want to love you and I want to do things for you and make you happy and treat you right. Like, why would I cheat on you? Like, and when he was like saying that, he's like, why would I do this? If I wanted to be with them, I would try to be with them, but I wanted to be with you. I love you. And I was like, what the
He
hell?
did.
Like, what is this, bro? I've never heard that conversation coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
from my peers. You know,
Yeah.
that was not a
Shout
that
out
was
to Peanut. I ain't seen that boy in a minute, but that shit, that was Peanut got a big heart, bro. That's what he
bro.
was. That's what he
Man,
did.
he's good dude. He's good dude, man.
A
Good
good
looking
dude.
dude, funny dude, man. Peanut's got it, man. I like Peanut a lot.
I
Shout out
miss
Peanut.
Peanut. Yeah, I haven't seen Peanut probably since my Halloween party at my old house in Martinez. I ain't
Yeah,
seen him.
yeah.
Been a minute.
I had my best friend Peanut that I ain't seen in forever and ever, and I probably never will again. And he
Yeah.
just, boy, all the bad paths I've done went down and stuff, man. They hit him harder, and so we all got out of it. Similar timings, 19, 18 years old, and they dabbled and stuff like that. And, different times certain ones would get in trouble and all that stuff. But yeah, man, Peanut, boy, he never really got too far away from it. And at 30, he got sent out on the road.
Yeah.
And he's going to be doing a long time. And Peanut, by then, Peanut didn't know, he no longer looked like Peanut, the friend. Now he looks like every other homeless guy out there. He got one
Yeah.
eye, something happened to his eye, and like he looks like a rough homeless dude that used to do construction. He's just really been through it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you might see him on one of the YouTube shorts. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He looks
What's
like that.
crazy is that we both had a Peanut in our life that we're super close to, but they couldn't be further apart for how they are.
Yeah, but same height. You know what I'm saying? Same
Yeah,
height, it's
same
like
height.
same build, stocky,
Yeah,
broad shoulders or square shoulders and
insane.
stuff. Yeah, but they are so far apart. But yeah, your peanut didn't have me raise him as a little brother. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's probably where I
for
ruined
sure.
him. I ruined his ass. But anyways,
Well, brother, we are almost at 2 hours on the podcast.
that was just one fight, bro. I could drag something
Yes.
out. Right?
But we are going to have, for everybody who's listening, we are going to have a Big Ones podcast. If you don't know what that is, it's like Protect Our Parts on Joe Rogan. He just has his favorite comedians on there. It's going to be me and my homeboys on here just talking about all the shit we used to get up to. And we definitely going to have to put 2 parental advisory stickers on that one whenever it comes out.
Absolutely, because
Yes, sir.
Logan can't talk without cussing. I'm gonna start taking him to church, dude, just so he
He
can't
needs
cuss
to,
the whole
bro.
time.
Logan,
Just
you need to go to church. You need to go to a mosque. You need to go to a temple, bro.
everywhere,
You just need to get yourself right, bro.
everywhere. Hey, tell me this before we go. Hold on, I don't even know how to turn this thing around. Let's see. Do. I think I can right here. Let's
You
see.
should be able to. You trying to turn the camera around?
Yeah, I see no options on
You
this
gotta
one.
click. No, you gotta click your picture at the top.
Nope. I got 99%. Let me see what this little three
No,
do
no, no.
thing.
You can click on yourself, and you should be able
Oh,
to
word,
twist.
G.
Yeah,
Word. Oh, so if I double that one, let's see, boop. Yeah, I still don't have any options on me. What if I
that's
flip it?
because you got a Samsung, bro.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Well, never mind. I was going to ask you. I can't see it. Never mind. It looks like there's literally a person laying up under me with their shoe hanging off the bed. But anyways,
Anyways, bro, I appreciate you being on. We need to go. I need to come see you again. Wait. Did I get to see? Yes, we did. I did get to see you this past weekend. That's right. That's
you
right.
did. You
Came up
did.
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Y'all boys just show up in my driveway always at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock.
And you're always up. You're always up, bro. You're always up. So it
That's
don't
because
matter.
that's fine. It's because we don't like to wrestle in front of the kids.
All right.
We save our wrestling matches till they go to sleep.
Anyway, bro, listen. Always in the podcast with some positive advice or positive vibes. You got anything to say to the people that have been listening?
Yeah, don't wait till you're 28. Go ahead and have that kid. Go ahead and get you a baby mama before the divorce. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got to wait them 5 seconds, I had to wait. It'd probably be much less scarier. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm just kidding. Positive advice. Positive advice. If you ever have a chance to fight Sean, don't take the chance. Don't take that opportunity.
Don't take the opportunity.
Don't take the opportunity. It's not what you think it's going to be. Don't let you think it's bad.
And he may cheat at the end.
I wouldn't call it cheat because I don't want a round two.
I'm messing.
But let's see. Man, I don't know, man. Stay in school, say no to drugs. Honestly,
The DARE program.
bro, I'm telling
Stay on
you.
the DARE program, bro.
Yeah, it'll work if you work. The program works if you work the program. Man, love everybody around you, and bro, literally do things intentionally. Do
Yeah.
things intentionally. And if you love everybody around you and you do that intentionally or do that with intention, man, you'll get so much love. And if you think somebody else come from the most habitual, the person that has done just so much of just thinking at certain times when things were bad or thinking that things were over, jump starting the process by going out and getting somebody, man, you could have some great people. You could find some great people and really just to destroy, and you can destroy them and yourself and the one that it wasn't over with. You know what I'm saying? Or the one that, hey, things might be going good and you just decided you want to do this because it's an opportunity and you can get away with it, whatever. Another opportunity will come and it'll come and it'll go, whatever. and eventually it won't happen, and you will do nothing but destroy yourself. You'll just drain energy trying to keep up with the relationship that you're in, the household, whatever, and then courting somebody else or whatever. You will kill yourself. Then it comes to the having to end it, or it ending, or it coming out. Nothing good comes from it. And what you'll realize if you'll do it, if you just do it prior, and it goes to loving everyone around you, don't love everybody around you. Um, um, if you put the energy into the one that's falling apart, the relationship that's falling apart, or the relationship that's good, and the relationship that's just not new anymore, it's just out of that new. If you put the energy into that you would trying to convince somebody that you're the shit, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you
Yeah.
do in a new relationship, or when you meet a girl and you're thinking about them texts before you send them. You're doing the cool stuff. If you got somebody like I got, if you put that energy into them instead of somebody else, I can tell you right now, there ain't three people. There ain't three people that you can have over here that works together in sync and on time, and they know and all this stuff. They can keep up and make you feel more loved and more like a man and more ready to accomplish anything and give you more peace and encouragement and strength and just so much. Everywhere you'll lose, you gain. If you
Yeah.
just put it where it's supposed to go. That's my advice. That's my advice from somebody that has learned the hard way, um, and hurt so many people, bro. Family members, not the person, not the kids, the brothers, the sisters, your in-laws, the everybody gets hurt. Your employer because you suck at your job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because you got this going on. Nobody wins when you think that you need to carry more weight than what you were designed to have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We're built for each other, one and one love. Bro, you can't give somebody enough love. You can't
Yeah.
run out of love to give to somebody, and you I'm telling you, they can't run out of it to give it back. I'm telling you. So that's mine. That's my
What did
advice.
Kanye say? One good girl's worth 1,000 bitches.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, and those 1,000 bitches is somebody else. If you'll leave them alone and you let them be, you know what I'm saying? Them 1,000 bitches are somebody else's good girl. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
For
they're
sure.
somebody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess I can't speak on that one truly, but I think so. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah, there's somebody for everybody. Yeah,
Absolutely.
and
Listen,
there's
brother, I love you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you that you have, three kids that I can hang around with and call nieces and nephews. And I appreciate the journey you're on too, bro. I can say a couple of times I've been worried, but at the end of the day, whenever, it's my time to make that call and, I get that call and it's time to take care of fam, I'm always there 100%, and that's never going to fade.
absolutely, brother, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We got we like I said, everything I do affects everybody around me. I guess I mean it really does, but I got a long road, man. I got a short road to try to get my stuff back right, my
Yeah.
finances. But I got a long road of staying in line again.
Yeah, it
Just
happens. Listen, bro, I'm always going to be 100% behind you. If you can't trust on anybody, one thing you can't trust is me, and I'll always be there, bro.
I know I can
100%.
tell you. I know I can tell you. I ain't never not.
Yeah,
I ain't ever not, and it worked out for me.
yeah, for sure.
I'll
But I
never,
appreciate
I'll never
having you
do.
on, big dog. I'll see you soon. I don't know when I'll be back in Augusta, but I will see you soon, and I'll come by and say what's up to the kiddies. We can, kick it.
Absolutely, brother. You wanna call me up and have another conversation where I ain't talking about the fight the whole time, man. Anytime you wanna call me, I mean this to me this is just a phone call with you. I enjoyed
Absolutely.
myself, man. I really
So,
did, man. I appreciate it, brother.
absolutely. Take it easy, bro. I'll see you soon.
I love you, dude.
Thanks, everybody, for listening, bro.
Peace out, everybody. I don't know how to